back to I Feel Like Rhyming. I am your host, Kevin KMacc McCarthy, and we're back with another 18-minute episode filled with all the hottest, latest hip-hop news that you want to hear about from a corny, unproven white guy who's moderately funny, but, whatever. I do this for the 7 of you out there. If you couldn't listen to me, where would you get your hip-hop news from, huh? Who knows, without me, you guys would have to go to the other 348 news sources on YouTube, so I appreciate you coming to me, though. Alright, let's get right into it here. I really liked, in female hip-hop news, New York hip-hop was reeling from, the Tekashi 6ix9ine snitching on everyone in New York, snitching on Cardi, Jim Jones, the hot dog vendor down the street. I mean, we've all done every one of those jokes about him snitching on literally everyone he could. So, that was really doing a dent in New York hip-hop's credentials and credibility. It was hurting right there, that hurts. Even though I don't consider him really a true New York hip-hop artist at any point. He was never the king of New York to me. Obviously, he was just a guy that would get you pumped up if you wanted to take a few shots before the bar. But, he, right when he does all this, Young M.A. puts out an album. The Baby's album, I already talked about him, is hilarious. Freestyle on Sway in the Morning. I think he has more than one flow. We talked about that. His album was good, but Young M.A.'s album, which came out that Friday, was great. I think this will be a classic down the line. I think this will be looked upon as one of the great albums. It was her first album. She really needed a huge product there. It had been so long since Ooh. It had been a year since then, and she could have really trailed off after not releasing a project right after such a huge song. It'd be like Cardi B not releasing her album after Bodak Yellow. But, Young M.A. was able to do it, stay hot in the streets, put out music consistently, stay prominent enough to do very well in the album, and I think they all sound like gutter street, late 90s hip-hop, DJ Premier, Jake Dilla beats right there. They sound like straight to the streets, right off, and an Illmatic offshoot. A lot of these beats they take me back. You don't even need a chorus for them. You just want her to just rhyme the whole 3 minutes. Do all 3 verses. I don't care if no one does the 3rd verse. Let's bring back the 3rd verse. That's how good Young M.A. is. So I loved her album. I can't state it enough. So I really like where female hip-hop is right now. JT from City Girls just got out, and she did the First Day Out song. Of course, everybody's doing a First Day Out, You get arrested for stealing a Snickers bar at fucking Walmart now. You make sure you spit on a cop, so you do the night in jail just so you could do a First Day Out song, talk about how tough it was in there to get 8 hours of sleep. It was hilarious. Made your neck a little sore that night. So it's your first day out, though, you can now make a song. No, those songs have been great. I mean, T Grizzly, that's, when I first discovered him, and T Grizzly is one of my favorite artists, but JT, I didn't know much about her. She got locked up so quick when City Girls blew up. She can actually spit. That is a hard song. That's got some bars in it. Listen back to that. That has got some bars. So I really like that. Showing some spirits and feelings. After just talking about Megan Thee Stallion and her, she has such range on her tracks with her topics of, I have a big booty, I'm really hot, I like to have sex, I'm a freak, and of course the classic, twerk song. Megan Thee Stallion does it all. That's just, she sets trends. She's not scared to go there. She has no boundaries. She'll talk about any and everything. It's an open book to her. She'll do whatever topic. don't pigeonhole her as just some hot, female rapper who just talks about how hot she is and, sex and her pussy all the time. No way. She wouldn't talk about that. Anyways, let's move on to other female rap news. There's so many good artists out right now, but we all forget the one who blazed the trail for all of them. No, I'm not talking about Lil Kim, who got the Trailblazer Award at BET. I'm talking about Iggy Azalea, of course. No, I'm just kidding. But T.I. said on a recent one of his 36 VH1 shows, he said that, he's trying to erase the blunder of Iggy Azalea, and, that was like Michael Jordan going to baseball and all that, which I don't think is true. I agree with what they were saying on the Breakfast Club, that she's not really a blunder. She was like, for almost a year there, she was like the hottest thing out. You couldn't not hear her songs on the radio. They played those, I think, 5 times an hour, literally. I think 5-6 times an hour they play her song. It was insane. Like, she was on top of the world, got nominated for a Grammy. I don't think you could call that a blunder, really. I get that, it kind of hurt your street reputation and everything, and with everything being perfect and so, straight hip-hop and street T.I. has since kind of ruined that reputation. I would say some of his VH1 shows are way worse of a blunder than Iggy Azalea, or I don't know what there is, but Iggy Azalea came back and said there is a list of worst blunders, and I can kind of agree that his, Grand Hustle label there, not everyone on that label really blew up or really did anything, or you can really name any of them. Besides maybe like Young Dro, isn't he on there? Is he Young Jock? I don't know. But I think there's many blunders before Iggy, so I don't think it would have been that big of a blunder if he really didn't bring it up. But he's trying to erase it, get some new females. With all the competition out there, though, it's tough now. Everyone's definitely trying to ride that wave. Female rapping is definitely at an all-time high, I'd say, even though I'm a huge Lil Kim, Foxy Brown era phase. I still like what's going on right now. As much as I make fun of Megan Thee Stallion's range of topics, she is getting repetitive, you gotta admit. She still can rap, she's still a great MC, writes her own rhymes, so you can't argue with that. Alright, other songs I've been listening to was NBA Youngboy, Carter's Son. If you haven't heard that new song, that is fire. Check that out. It just came out. That's an incredible song. I think NBA Youngboy's got a really big 2020 ahead of him if he can stay out of jail. I think he'll have a big album coming out soon. And Casanova and many others were removed from the New York City Rolling Loud lineup because of gang affiliation arrests. They thought it'd get too hyped and pumped. I was surprised Pop Smoke was one of them. I don't know his gang affiliations, but he seems to be blowing up to me, and people would be pumped to see him. I know I would. And maybe that's why his songs pump you up. Casanova certainly makes me want to fight a gorilla, to the death. So I guess, Casanova, the songs they could be considered, endangerment. If they literally make you want to jump in over the cage and fight a lion, a gorilla, a rhino, whichever animal comes at you, you're actually telling it to come at me. If a song will make you do that, then maybe we should limit Casanova's. Now, Casanova's the ultimate. That's like, he's Tekashi's father. Tekashi will pump you up going out to drink and go to the club, but Casanova really will. That shit just makes you want to throw your TV at the wall, just, throw a fucking bike through the ceiling. I don't know what, but it makes you want to just break everything in your midst. Break your hand, punching walls. Casanova makes you want to do crazy things. So I can understand them being hyped, the gang affiliations and the arrests. I don't get it. It's so long ago. Let him breathe. He's clearly not insane now. He's a millionaire. He's not still out there gangbanging, selling drugs, robbing convenience stores at gunpoint, shotgun point. No. He's a rich millionaire, let it go. Someone, felonies being on your record for so long is ridiculous. For someone who may or may not have one, it's ridiculous how long they'll stay on your record. So, Casanova, Pop Smoke, for someone who's rising like Pop Smoke and needed this lineup, it sucks that they're doing that. I'm going to Rolling Loud in California, December 14th and 15th. I haven't checked if Casanova would be there, but I hope that's one of the venues he's replaced on, because they said Casanova and those lineup would be on other Rolling Loud tickets. Hey, hopefully it's California. I'd definitely love to see Pop Smoke. I think he's really going to blow up in the next year. Definitely, if you haven't already, check out Pop Smoke, Dior, all the PTSD. Pop Smoke's got some hits out. He's got some fire out. So check out all of them. Check out Casanova, Jail Call. That's a hot song, First song that's actually 5 minutes. That might be the longest song in 3 years in hip hop. My God, that could have been 3 Tekashi songs or whoever, that could fit a lot of other songs in that one song nowadays. So songs are like a minute and a half, literally. Yeah. Alright, next topic, we got Flava Flav. Apparently impregnated a girl that used to work for him for a long time. He impregnated her. She had the baby, and he has since ghosted her. They can't find Flava Flav. This makes it coming in. I think he has a baker's dozen now. I believe this is his 13th child. So congratulations to Flava Flav. It sounds like he's really psyched on it. I can't wait to get those Christmas cards. It might have to be 2 pages for his whole family, but hey, I know he's just such a proud father that he's kind of speechless and choked up and he can't find the words to say. So he had to run away for a while just because he just wants to say something so emotional, just wants the impact to be there. So he needed more time to think about, what he's going to say when he first sees his son. It's going to be such a big moment in his life. I know he can't wait. He's looking forward to seeing him. So I know it's just gotta be false news that he ghosted her and doesn't want to see her. That can't be the truth to the story. No way. There's gotta be something else, because if there's anything Flava Flav does, it's take care of his kids. Alright, next up, Kanye West put out Jesus is King album. Got delayed again. He put out his iTunes ringtones, which brings up the points. Who the fuck still knew they were ringtones? I had no idea you could even still get ringtones. I'm literally not kidding. I didn't think anyone was still using those or downloading those. So maybe he's trying to spark something. People love nostalgia. Vinyls are back and everything. Everything comes back around again. Maybe we'll start making people think ringtones are cool again. I don't get the strategy here, but you don't get a lot of things Kanye does nowadays, so just gonna have to go with it. So whatever. We'll see if we ever get to hear that album. Who knows if it'll even be good if we did. I doubt it, but if it's ringtone rap, then it's gonna be good. Anyways, Birdman shut down all his Citibank bank accounts because he owed $1 million to a former employee in a federal lawsuit case. He shut down the bank accounts instead of paying him. He shut down the bank accounts instead of paying the employee. So, I didn't know you could do that. Just be like, oh, I owe you something? Well, I'm just gonna stop paying that now. I mean, I don't know who I don't know what, I feel like Birdman's the only multi-millionaire whose credit score might be worse than mine. I mean, it can't be good if you are shutting down all your bank accounts and not pay someone $1 million that you owe them. Like, that can't be, even if it's not illegal and he doesn't get arrested for that, like, that can't be all on the up and up. Like, Birdman he's got to go sit down for a while. Come on. You got to put him in jail for some amount of time here. He needs to just pay everyone up. I mean, Birdman just needs to pay. I don't know if he paid Lil Wayne everything yet. Lil Wayne, he's been canceling tour dates with Blink-182 all the time in the past. Anytime everyone sneezes on him wrong, he cancels a tour date. So I wasn't happy with Lil Wayne on those decisions. And now Birdman, this is just wild. I mean, if anyone does business with Birdman after all this, then it's really on them. So it's really not Birdman's fault. If you're gonna still do business with Birdman after all this, that's your fault at this point, because clearly he will not pay you. So, all right. In the rest of the news, New Jack City is getting a reboot. I don't think there should be, because you should leave a clap. New Jack City is getting a reboot. I don't think it should be. You should leave a classic the way it is, but apparently people thought this was needed for some reason. I don't know who's going to play. Maybe, oh wait, it's not Chris Tucker. I was going to say, the Skate Line NBD guy who copies DC Young Fly, who copies Chris Tucker, three generators, Chris Tucker, DC Young Fly, now the Skate Line NBD guy, Gary Rogers. They all have the same comedy routine. So that was going to be a joke about how new rappers bite old styles, and apparently comics are now biting older comic styles. But I just realized it was Wesley Snipes who, I don't know, Chris Tucker didn't pay his taxes, Wesley Snipes didn't pay his taxes, and I thought it was the same person. But I love, Wesley Snipes was one of my favorite actors back then, in his prime, at the Card in New Jack City. That was one of my favorite movies. Goodfellas and New Jack City were always my two favorites for a while. So I will admit I'm not very psyched for this reboot. Obviously, after my It 2 movie review, which you should check out, I have no faith in reboots or sequels. It's gonna be pure garbage, most likely. I have very low hopes and expectations for this, but hey, who knows? Maybe it'll surprise me. So we'll see. New Jack City reboot, I think next year sometime. Alright, that's about it. Soulja Boy, did anyone else know Soulja Boy's been out of jail for like a month? Apparently he gained a whopping 50 pounds to go to 180 pounds now. Because he quit lean and everything, and that jail food will pump you, get you real fat. So apparently Soulja Boy's out, and what a shocker. The drugs and lean was probably fueling his antics and everything, because we haven't heard anything from him. He hasn't tweeted or done anything on social media. So apparently he was being influenced by other things to do all those crazy things on social media and in all those interviews. Who would have known it wasn't just his regular old personality? That's crazy. But I'd love to see him at 180 pounds. He must look like, I don't know, who's a big comic nowadays, maybe like a Rick Ross, but Rick Ross's son? I don't know. Alright, that's about it, guys. PNB Rock was arrested. We don't know much about that story, so I'll update that tomorrow on the next episode of the I Feel Like Rhyming show. Right here, 18 minutes of hip-hop news and comedy. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because like I said, we do this every single day for 18 minutes of your life. I really think you could spare me 18 minutes. There's already 7 to 10 people who do it, and they were freaking out while I was gone. So even if you don't join it, I do it for you. Thank you to all my fans. Thank you to all my new subscribers, all my old subscribers. I love you all. And I will see you tomorrow once again on I Feel Like Rhyming with your host, KMacc. Have a great day, guys.